Hello and welcome to the channel. Last week I put together a video about the weight distribution on this car, the XRAY T4F'21, and particularly the effect that the new heavy bumper weight had on that. And although I was very pleased with the effect, it makes the weight distribution much more like a front-motored fronty car. There was one thing I wasn't very happy about, and that was the overall weight. It had increased dramatically, and the car was something close to 90 grams overweight. So during the week I've gone through a few things trying to think of the easiest way to save a bit of weight. One of those is tyres. Now at the time the car had the sweep fronty tyres on, and these tyres are actually 20 to 30 grams heavier than some of the other tyres that are available. For example, the ride tyre that is very commonly used across Europe and around the world, and also the Volante tyre, which is something that I'm going to experiment with. The other way to lose weight very easily from a car like this is with the Lipo. I was using a 6000 milliamp Lipo, and as you can see this weighs quite a lot compared to some of the other batteries on the market. So I splashed out and bought a 4200 milliamp hour Lipo, and as you can see there's a significant weight gain to be made just by switching the Lipos across. So now that I've got the car set up with the ride tyres and that lightweight Lipo, let's see what the weight distribution is now. So with the body on, you can see that the car's total weight is down to 1276 grams, which is much closer to the weight limit in the class of 1250 grams. I could actually shave a little bit more weight if I wanted to, because inside the car I also added a small 5 gram weight in front of the Lipo just for safety with one of my other setups, and more importantly I've also fitted the XRAY rear chassis brace here in aluminium, and that weighs around about 10 grams in total once you include the screws. And the reason I added the chassis brace was because I've also had the chance to run the car, and the good news is that with the heavyweight bumper the car was overall just really good. Really easy to drive, really satisfying. Seemed to have lost some of the twitchiness that was inherent in the mid-motored car, and now drove a lot more like the front-motored car, the T4F'19. I wasn't really looking for times as such, just for handling balance, but on the ride tyres I could get the car very balanced throughout the day just by reducing rear toe fundamentally to 2 degrees, and with the standard kit springs the car was handling very well outdoors. I also did some running on the Volante tyres, and they didn't really come into their own on the track on that day. The track temperature probably never got high enough for the tyres to start working. One disadvantage of the lightweight Lipo is that the weight distribution on the right side and the left side is actually quite unbalanced compared to with the heavier Lipo. You can see that there's something in the region of 20 grams difference between the two sides of the car, whereas with the heavier Lipo the two sides are much closer in weight. However, this doesn't seem to have affected the handling from the testing I've done so far. So that's an overview of the modifications I've made to get the car down to the correct weight. If you've got any questions, please do leave them in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching.